Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Own Your Breath podcast. I'm Ryana Yusoff, your host and the founder of Own Your Breath. So, for some of you who may be new here, I'm a hypnotherapist, a meditation teacher, yoga teacher, energy worker, and a transformation coach. So, currently, I'm running a series tributing and celebrating women all around the world by women speakers that have pushed boundaries in many different ways. So today, I am contributing as one of the speakers, and I'll be sharing with you on tips on how to increase your confidence. So, I had a traumatic childhood. So I was a very quiet child. I didn't speak much at all. All my report cards will say how she needs to speak more. I also only learned, not only learned, but I also could read ABC only when I was 8 years old, because we were so poor. We didn't have enough money to send me to school, and for some other reasons. So later on, when I was sent to the orphanage, that's when I start learning. And lucky for me, I pick up pretty fast. But all these things, and many other things have contributed to me being a very quiet child, traumatized, and not very social with other people, and also depressive. So I only started speaking. I did speak when I'm spoken to, but wasn't like a regular child. However, when I was reconnected back with my mother and with my family, we live again together in a house together, then I started speaking again as per normal. So my life went on as per normal, and I become a high achiever, overachiever, to make up for a lot of lack of confidence, lack of self-esteem within me. So I overcompensated externally by achieving as much as I can in terms of goals, career, or life goals, right? Like I got an apartment at a young age. I put my money in different places at a young age, but all those, in the eyes of society and my friends back then, and by my family, I'm this confident person. I've achieved a lot of things at a young age. However, my confidence didn't come from within. I was still actually had struggling inside me. I had a lot of low self-esteem, unworthiness. Hence I was trying to make up with it in so many other ways. Buying more material stuff, drinking, partying, going excessive traveling. But that doesn't last, right? So how do I develop true confidence over the years? Then when I began to realize that all this is not going to work, no amount of money, no amount of achievements is going to really give me this core confidence. Core confidence to me is when, even if I don't have any material stuff, to dictate how successful I am, or how much I've achieved in my life, I should still feel good about myself in general. Feeling not confident every now and then, that makes you human, right? So one of the things that I did that changed a lot of dynamics in my life is when I changed my mindset of what I need to do in order to achieve my goals. A lot of us, generally, we have so many goals. Goals can be anything. Goals doesn't have to be just doesn't have to be just career goals. It doesn't have to be like, I need to have this big house, you know. I mean, they're all legit, you know, they are your goals, claim it. Don't apologize for whatever your goals are. But goals can also be wanting to be a better daughter, better wife, better friend, better human being. It can be anything, really. Nothing is too small, nothing is too big. But we wait, like, so a lot of goals, like we want to do, or we want to be fit, we want to achieve such and such amount of money by the end of the year. But we keep on postponing our goals because we keep on waiting to be perfect to do it. So yes, I'm going to be a speaker when I can speak very well. I'm going to be a podcast host when I can be a good host. I'm going to go to the gym when I'm a little bit fitter, or when I lose a bit weight. So all these things are actually holding you back even more, right? And I changed my mindset too. Waiting is not my best friend. In fact, waiting is the enemy of success in this prospect. So I then realized, if I just start showing up now and just do it, and I learn as I go, that will actually expedite my learning process way faster than for me to wait until I'm perfect. So that's exactly what I did. It's very triggering. It's nerve-wracking. But so I developed this mindset. Anything that scares me, that means I have to do it twice harder, twice more. And that's what I did, you know. So I will wait maybe, you know, some weeks or some months, like you feel, you know, you will feel within yourself that, okay, I think I've done enough excuses. This is it. I'm going to do it, right? And that's what exactly I do. I throw myself into the deeper end of the pool. Because if I play in the shallow waters, meaning I'm still keeping myself in my comfort zone. Keeping myself in my comfort zone, I will never develop my confidence because I'm still playing it small. So if I throw myself in the bigger arena, in the deeper end of the pool, now I got no choice but to start finding ways to how to make it, right? Like, I mean, if you throw yourself in the pool and then you quickly get out, means you're giving up. So giving up has never been an option for me, especially if I just try. Of course, you know, if you try something for a long time and it, in so many ways, you realize it's not meant for you, please, you know, please call it quits. Maybe some things are not meant for you. But for me, if I make up my mind, I know that everything I put my mind to is aligning to my heart and my soul, authentically true to what I truly want. So giving up is not an option. What I did instead is to find ways around it on how can I do better in them. And I seek help. I seek help either for advice, either through coaching or mentoring or collaboration. In any ways, I seek help, especially from people that are more experienced, right? And even simple things such as asking people. So someone may not know what you do, but you can ask your good friends to hold you accountable for simple things. So yeah, so from everything I've done so far in my life, from somebody that didn't speak as as a regular child, now I am paid to speak. And for someone, so everything I built, my and then I run. When I started my coaching journey, I started a live event. Own Your Breath used to be a live event. I have zero clue on how to run events. But my purpose, my why is so strong. I just do it. I just start reaching out to different people, and I just do it. There's Google, there's so many people around you. There's experience. I ask around. And then as every event that I do, I learn. Even as a podcast host, I'm still struggling in so many ways. And voice, and talking in front of camera is something I struggled for the longest time in my life. I put off doing podcasts for 1.5 years because I was so scared. But then again, I lean towards my belief, right? That anything scares me, I need to do it because that's how I learn. So here I am. Every episode is nerve-wracking for me, some more than others, some perhaps not so much, but every episode, I'm learning how to be a better host. I'm learning to ask the right question. I don't see, and I'll be lying if it's not triggering. It is very much. But I look at triggers as my teachers. So every episode to me is not a failure. And even if I do so bad, that's according to me. But I know that according to the feedbacks that I get, people really focus on what is the topic. You must remember, we are our greatest critics, right? So whether it's my podcast or any event or anything I do, any projects, I thrive on projects, by the way. Anything I do, I take feedbacks or criticism as abundance, as a gratitude, because that means I can learn more. This is free tools for me to learn more. And the more I learn, the more I'm going to be more confident, right? And the fact that people are paying attention to my work, that also shows my work does create impact to some people. Remember, we are not for everyone, and that's the truth. But we are for someone. We are for a group of people. And the more you show up, the more you are going to be known. The more you train your muscles, right? All this anxiety, it becomes lesser. Your fear, I'm not going to lie, it does improve, but every time you do something new, every time there's a chance of failure as human, it will trigger your fear. It will trigger perhaps rejection wounds. But know that that's normal. It's there. But how you shift from it, the faster you can shift from it, when you rewire your fear as something else. So fear to me is because I care so much about something. That's why it makes me anxious. There's element of fear. Or perhaps if I go deeper, what is the wound I need to heal? So everything that's triggering me, that scares me, I look at it as my teachers and how I can improve further. So now, all my vulnerabilities, I couldn't access my emotions before because I came from a family that see vulnerabilities or uncomfortable emotions as a weakness. And this is actually for a lot of people. So everything that was against me, it actually now becomes my superpower, becomes my power, because now I use them as part of my work. I own up to them. And now, ironically, these are the very core of my work. So everything that you are not comfortable, leaning more towards them, make peace with them, claim them, and you'll be surprised how, as time passes by, as you unfold, as you heal deeper, they actually become your power. Now I'm basically leaving off all of my vulnerabilities and teaching people how to gain power through them, right? So to sum it up, right? If you think you are not enough, you know what? You are true. You are right. You are right. Because the truth is that we will never be enough for everything. And that's the truth. And what is enough? According to whose metric? It's endless. Perfectionism, according to whose metric? We will always need to want to improve to be better. However, waiting to be enough, waiting to be perfect will not get you anywhere. So you can either think you are not enough, like a mantra, and that becomes your truth, or start rewiring yourself that, yes, I'm not perfect, but I am enough to show up today. I am enough for those people that's waiting for people like me. So I've shown up with all my imperfection. I'm basically giving people permission. You will basically give people permission to be human and to inspire them to keep showing up. And then that's how we learn. In fact, many studies have proven you learn way faster when you show up with imperfection. So, one, if we are not enough, that's okay. And if you think we are enough, that's even better. Rewire yourself. Not enough is us being human. Anything that scares you, do it twice harder. 2, claim your strength. I claim my strength. I refuse to water myself down anymore. If we can focus on our weakness so often, here's an invitation. I want you to list down all your strength as well. Let's be fair to ourselves and claim it. Amplify your strength. Our weaknesses, own it and work on them. Our strength, amplify and utilize them. Sometimes when people compliment, or actually a lot of time, we think we are being humble when we play it down. No. I want you to claim it. When you claim your strength, now you are also rewiring yourself, your self-worth, that, hey, I'm also made up of this. These are my superpowers. Let your strength be louder than your weaknesses and your self-criticism. 3, consistency. You have to show up consistently. Whether you're scared or not, whether you're confident or not, show up. Keep on showing up. Show up every day, perfect or not. Even if it's one word to someone, if it's one line on your social media, in whichever way you need to show up to your goals, do it. Confidence is like a muscle. The more you do it, the more you strengthen your muscle, your confidence muscle, your self-worth. Okay, hang on a second, there's a drilling. Okay, stop. Okay, I'm going to continue. So number 4, Own your breath. Sorry, I took a sip of water. So own your breath, basically, you need to own everything about you. Breath is the very essence of our life. If we can't control our breath, we can easily sway to whatever the life throws us, right? We are not grounded. But if we control our breath, we are more grounded and more connected to our breath, then we have more control of our emotions. So own your breath. Own everything about you, be it your past, your present, and whatever you want of your future. Do not be ashamed to any of them. Everything that you want, that you desire, is yours to claim. Claim all your emotions. Own up, acknowledge all your emotions, comfortable or not. The more you befriend your discomfort, the more you make peace with yourself. Otherwise, they are going to be your everyday struggle. Otherwise, you are going to be pushing yourself every day because, if you don't, your confidence doesn't come from the core, you're going to push yourself and you're going to be burnt out. But if you make peace with the parts of yourself that's not comfortable, again, you're working with yourself, you have more awareness, you detach from the noise outside, now you're befriending yourself. Eventually, you are going to be your own best friend. And on those days that you feel you're not enough, it's okay. That's life. That's part of human being. The human experience is not one line. Neither does it elevate all the time. It goes in crazy waves. So embrace all of them. Know that that's just a process. Nothing is permanent. There's greater things waiting for you. 5. Again, I'm going to take a sip. 5. Your belief system. So important. Sit down, connect to your breath. Think of all the things that has been holding you back, as in your thought, what you believe of yourself, your negative thoughts. List them down. And then do another list on how to counter them back. Have a strong belief system. I have super belief system of myself that is unshakable. I admittedly, I'm an anxious person. I have general anxiety disorder. I deny it for the longest time in my life until I make peace with it, because I was ashamed of it. I make peace with it. And then it's much easier for me to work with it. I'm an ambitious person. So I'm an anxious, ambitious person, and that's okay. You can be ambitious and still feel anxious. And let's be honest, in today's world, even even if you don't have clinical anxiety like me, it is normal to feel anxious. We live in such competitive world that moves so quickly, and we have stress from left, right, center. It's almost impossible not to be anxious. So because of that, you need to have solid belief system. So my belief system is that is that I truly believe in my strength. I truly believe in my purpose. And it's so aligning to my heart and soul. No one can take that away from me, period. This is embedded in me strongly. So even on those days that I feel insecure, on those months that my business were not doing well as I want it to be, it's triggering. You know, sometimes it can be worrying, especially in times of uncertainty. But giving up has never been an option because my belief system is so strong. I know where I'm going. My direction, my goal is so aligned to me. So I'll be on my knees, I'll be crying. You know, I'm human. But it has never been, I never questioned myself like, am I not good enough? Am I not this, not this? Never. Because again, I lean back to my belief system, to my trust in me, in myself. And it's so important because you have to be your greatest cheerleader, even if you don't get validation from the rest. So this is where my confidence is solid, right? It comes from within. So develop a strong belief system that is aligning to your values and character. Your belief system, your self-worth shouldn't be coming from externally. It has to be something from within. Like I believe I'm highly resilient. I believe I'm a great problem solver. I strongly believe every time I'm being challenged, every time I'm in chaos, I'm down on my knees, something great is coming and waiting for me. When I'm in those times, it's for me to pick up what's there for me to learn. So I literally now look at them as diamonds, as golds. You know, when I'm down on my feet, I'll be grieving. But my job is to find my learning curves. Where's the goal? Because these learning curves that I look at as my goals is going to catapult me to elevate me further. And this has been going on all through my life, all through my life. For example, last year was one of the most challenging years for me as an adult, to be honest. Challenging in terms of career, business-wise, personally as well. In so many levels, I was challenged. There were a few months that I couldn't work fully. I had to seek help professionally in many ways. And it was really, really tough. However, because I have this belief system, so I know I'm not going anywhere. My job is to find ways how to solve my problem, what I needed to heal within me. And I know something great is waiting for me. And, this went on through the whole year until the last quarter of the year, 2022. I just smashed through everything. I launched my program as I do every year. So my program went so well. I got awarded as second best wellness coach in the world out of 38 countries. Coach among coaches who push boundaries, right? That was mind blowing for me, and it was unexpected. And then even before that, I got hired by biggest company, by Google, by Trade Desk, by Novartis, to teach, to guide them on conscious leadership. And then I also my podcast of just 9 episodes, with shaken voice, with stammering voice, I still made it to top 25% most followed podcasts last year. So I am so honored, and this gave me even more confidence that showing up with fear or not is what actually contribute to my confidence. And everything just keep on building up the pyramid of my confidence. And if you keep on showing up with your vulnerabilities, with your imperfection, Really, people are only going to see you as someone who's courageous, who's so daring, who has strength to do that, because we were conditioned to only show up, but when we are perfect. But if you can do it, you inspire so many people. So on the contrary, that you think people are going to be critical of you, the people that you want to be your audience, that you want to be following you, or a part of your community, are the people that's going to see these things, these aspects of what you truly are. Okay. And number 6, so important, please remember this. We are always so critical of ourselves. We are always so worried of what other people think of us. But in reality, the world doesn't revolve just around us. Our words matter. Your story matters. My story matters. But if you do one mistake, you are one out of the millions of content of things that are going through in every person's life. According to studies, the women have 40 to 60,000 thoughts per day. Men have 30 to 50,000 thoughts per day. The hundreds, thousands of social media that go through every day is crazy. And top that with everything else, the millions of people around the world, news, everything. Do you really think people is going to remember you for that one thing or 3 things or whatever you didn't do well? But people, however, going to remember something that you have triggered their emotions, that have given them a beacon of hope. And that can only be done through showing up authentically, showing up fully as human, because truly, if we show up as human in all authenticity and vulnerability, we actually connect meaningful connection, deeper human connection. And that's what people are going to remember you, because these are the emotions that people are looking for. You give them permission to be human too. So that's my tips for you, my sharing for you, that has worked for me all my life. I hope you take them on board, and everything has to be done consistently. Even if it's 1% every day, celebrate yourself. Celebrate your wins more than you criticize yourself or penalize yourself. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm Ryana Yusoff. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you for supporting me, my work in all ways. I see you guys in the next episode with another impactful, powerful woman that will share their learning curves with us. See you.